Hello again everyone, welcome back to Landric Plays, and we're going to be playing some more of the Darkest Dungeon. Last episode we went to the Warrens, so we've seen I think all of the dungeons now, apart from the Darkest Dungeon. And we came back with a full roster and a boatload of treasure. Well, not quite a boatload, but enough to get going on with. And we've come back into town to find out that the town fair is in full swing. So, for this week, and this week only, all stress relief activities in the town are going to be free, which is fantastic. So if we close that and sort our roster by stress, you can see we've actually stacked up a fair amount of stress over the last couple of fights. And as all stress relief is free this week, we might as well put them in there now. So if we start with Mussart, so Mussart's actually picked up a couple of diseases that we wanted to get cured, so we're going to have to worry about that next week, so he's going to be out of action for a reasonable amount of time. He's also a flagellant, so he will only be comfortable in the penance hall. So we'll stick him in there. What other quirks do we need to pay attention to? So Drew is a meditator, so she's happy doing other activities, but she'll get improved stress reduction while meditating. Ballad, nothing to worry about there. Tangsok, nothing to worry about there, though she does take a minus 10% stress heal. So I don't know if that's only in dungeons or if it counts in the town as well, but you know, it's free, so we'll just get her some stress relief as well. It should burn off that last bit. We might even put Jolland in too, and Jolland will only pray, so let's put you in there, lock that in. And who was it? You're the meditator, right? So we'll put you in the meditation. So that fills up the Abbey, but there are 2 more slots in the tavern, because one of them is being taken up by the caretaker. So we'll put Ballad in the brothel, and we'll put Tangsok in the gambling hall. Both lovely, wholesome activities that will burn off a little bit of stress. Right. So that's all the stress relief done. I don't think we need to worry about Savigny or Reynolds. They've got a little bit, but you know, hardly enough to worry about, even if it is free. And besides, we've stacked up all of the places. One other thing we wanted to do was upgrade the blacksmith. So we've picked up just enough deeds and crests to do that. So I'm going to open up weaponsmithing.
Every plan relies upon a strong arm and tempered steel.
Strong arms, tempered steel, exactly. The best defense is a good offense, so I'm going to grab that. And then hopefully we can upgrade some equipment when we go out next time. There's one last thing I want to do before I forget, which is equip Drew, even though she won't be able to use it yet, with this pendant that we got. I forgot to do that last time. And while we're here, let's just take another look at these trinkets. So we've got the Dark Crown, which is only useful if the torchlight is below 26. For now, I'm keeping it quite high, and I'm quite happy with this strategy, so I'm going to sell this. Maybe we'll pick up another one later, it doesn't really matter, but for now it gives us a little bit of extra gold that we can put towards improving our squad's weapons. And we've got some other trinkets that are just sort of, they're generally alright, so we'll worry about distributing those when we know who we're going to take. With that in mind, let's open up the embark screen and take a look where we want to go. So ideally we want some more deeds to keep upgrading the stagecoach and the blacksmith. So crests, crests, crests. So we could get deeds from this, but this is a veteran level, we don't have any veterans yet, so not quite keen on that. This one is a medium run, and I'd rather take some level 2 folks for this. So I think I might upgrade, or rather, so we've got Reynolds and Dismas who are both level 2, so I think I'm going to put some more experience points into the others until they're ready to join them. So I think we're going to go for one of these short runs for now. So these are both the same mission, they're both exploration missions, so it really only depends on this trinket. So this one gives us the Beast Slayer's Ring, which is 25% damage to the beasts, and this one is just +1 speed. I think I'm going to go for the +1 speed, so this takes us straight back into the Warrens. And in the Warrens, I can't remember if they're resistant to bleed or blight. We'll have to take a look at that when we get in there. So let's sort by activity. So these are all of our free heroes. Let's go with... So we probably want a Vestal to heal people up. I think we'll go with an Arbalast, because these are very blight heavy, and I can't remember if they're immune to blight. I think they might be, so we'll stick with the Arbalast just because they do flat damage in any case, so it doesn't matter about resistances. I'll stick our Man-at-Arms here. He's just got some good tanking and damage dealing abilities. And I'm going to have to take one of Reynold and Dismas to be the other front line. I don't fancy having a Plague Doctor at the front. So I think I'm going to take Reynold. Just because he's, again, quite tanky, quite happy at being at the front. And he's got some chance to do extra scouting while in the Warrens, which is quite good. Must start there, enjoying himself in the flagellation chamber. Good. Right. So, like I said, we've got these 2 extra trinkets. We'll dish those out at some point. I think I'm going to give this to Reynold, and we'll see that 10% dodge minus 10% damage minus 4 dodge. I'm going to give that to you. Hopefully that'll be good. We'll find out as we go. Onwards to provisioning. So, what do we want? So we definitely want some food. I'm going to take 8 food. It's probably overkill again, but better safe than sorry. Take a couple of shovels. Oops. Don't need that. I think I'm going to take 6 torches this time, 2 medicinal herbs, and a key. That's relatively well rounded. Maybe a bit frugal. Maybe we could splash for some anti-venom or some more bandages, but I think this is going to be alright. It might even be a little bit overkill, so on the food and the torches it's probably more than enough. But I'd rather be a little bit cautious. I don't want to lose people too early. If you live for risk in darkness, by all means bring few torches. No, I think we're going to bring just enough torches. We don't want to go crazy. We don't want to stack up. We don't want to take more than we can carry, but we want enough that we can keep the torch nice and high, avoid all chances of being surprised and ambushed.
To prosecute our war against the swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
Okay, so we get a scout straight off the bat, which is nice. So 2 empty rooms and 1 battle. We've got to explore 90% of rooms, and this is a relatively linear dungeon, so when we get here, if we're lucky, we'll get a scout, and that will sort of determine which path we take. But for now, it's very linear. We'll head this way, and we're going straight into a battle. Okay, so we've got some Carrion Eaters. So these are 100% resistant to Blight, not resistant to Bleed. That's what I was expecting. Okay, so they're mostly going fast. I guess they've got a relatively high speed compared to our guys. Ah, okay. So what do we want to use here? Ah, this isn't the Arbalast we took last time. So they've got slightly different skills. They have Rallying Flare, which clears a stun. It clears marked. It increases the torch, and it adds a 10% debuff for resist. I'm not sure how much use we're going to make of this. The Bowler, so this can attack the front line, which is useful. Does slightly reduced damage. It's got a reasonable crit chance, and it does knockback, and it will attack the first 2. So it's just it will do 3 to 5 damage. I think that's not a bad first opening blow. So they resist the move, but we got a crit, which is pretty perfect. We might even just go straight into a judgment and just finish this one off.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
And let's see if we can...
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Perfect. So 2 down, so they're not going to get an extra attack. It does mean that Reynold basically is stuck attacking one of the corpses because he can't reach this this worm at the back. So he has to bring him a little bit closer like that. 1 more munch, and then hopefully... So we did take the Blight, and we are taking 1 point of damage per round for 2 rounds. It's only 2, so as long as we kill them this round, I'm not too worried. Bam, there we go. So straight away, bit of gold, a couple of heirlooms. Perfect. Let's just bring the map back up so we know what to expect. Yeah, your veins are on fire, it's fine. You're fine now. Yeah, tiny bit of gold.
Stop is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Not too bad. So we knew this room was going to be empty. Got another extra scout chance. Another empty room, okay. So we've got this obstacle. Luckily we bought torches.
Unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
And another empty room, so another scout this time? No, we're going to go straight to this room, find out what that curio is on the way, and unless we get another scout, we're going to be in the dark, literally and metaphorically. So let's keep those torches up. We're actually running a little bit low on torches. Let's see, moonshine barrel. I think, if we remember from the last episode, this gives us a buff if we use the herbs. Yeah, 30% damage. That's very nice. So that lasts until we camp, but obviously we're not camping because it's only a short dungeon. So that'll last until the end of this, to the end of the dungeon. Okay, we've not been attacked much at all this dungeon. I'm very surprised. This might be a very quick episode. Ooh, that's a bit nasty. A small bit of damage, quite a lot of stress though. But we resisted the bleed, which is good. Another empty room, but we get a scout. Okay, so there's going to be one battle at least, and then two there. Okay. So we're probably going to avoid this room, just because we don't have to. Fight every battle. We just have to explore 90% of the rooms, and this one's got treasure and this one doesn't. So we'll go for this one. Though there is a battle in the way. It's fine. We'll have a look at that earlier. So what have we got here? Pile of scrolls. I'm not sure. So we're on our last torch. I'm tempted to burn the scrolls just to see what happens. Let's live dangerously. Let's do it. The scrolls are full of evil writings, so we purged a quirk by setting fire to them. Nice. Oh, and a battle. Okay, so we dodged that. Are we going to dodge this? No. Can we resist the blight? No, we can't resist the blight either. Damn it. And a web, which stuns them and marks them. Okay. Not the best start, but nothing we can't handle. These are only on 7 hit points each, so I reckon I'm not even going to worry about healing at this stage. We're just going to start laying down some damage straight away. In fact, we'll spread some out there just because that one's probably going to die. And in fact, now we can use Ebola to spread Ebola. We can use Ebola to spread that out there. Okay, so they get one more attack. Hopefully they'll miss. Good. And then now, hopefully, we should be able to kill them on this turn. We'll just use the knockback. Or the bowler, rather. There we go, bam. Got some deeds, good, that's exactly what we've been hoping for. And some more gems, which we can sell. Okay, so there goes the torch. We can't brighten it up anymore. So yeah, do we go this way? I mean, we could loop around the back here and hope there's no more battles between these two, but that seems a little bit of a forlorn hope. So we'll go this way, take a look at this curio. Aha! I think we've seen this one before as well. Pile of bones. Holy water, I think, because we can purge the evil. There we go. We purify it, we search it, find some gold and some heirlooms.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Yep. Okay, so we're taking a bit more stress, but we still have a chance of scouting and of surprising monsters. So things aren't so bad yet. When it ticks down one more, we might be in a little bit more trouble. I'm going to go straight for a stun here, and I think that actually boosts the torch a little bit. It does. Good. Let's just try and take these out quickly. Good. Can you reach him from there? You can. Ah, you missed. So we prevented them from an entire round's worth of combat by killing 2 of them and stunning another. Unfortunately, he goes first on his turn, which marks him, debuffs him. Actually, not that big a deal because, yeah, it's fine. We can soak that as long as we can kill him relatively quickly and he doesn't start laying down lots and lots of stress on the party. Bam! Easy as that. So we got some more deeds, some more gold, and a torch, which I'm going to burn straight away. And here we go. Oh, this is going to be a very easy fight indeed. Especially if we surprise them. We might even be able to kill them before they get a single move. Here's hoping. Not quite. Ooh, we switched them around as well. Judgment does 4 to 8. I don't want to risk using it on Actually, I was going to say I don't want to risk not killing one of them, but if Reynold can use his what's it called? His divine accusation or zealous accusation. That's exactly what we didn't want to happen. So we spread our damage across basically all 4 of them, and now they're going to get to attack us all. Not what we wanted at all. Especially if they start laying down lots of blights and sacking that up, that's going to be a little bit painful. But if they lay it all on Reynold, he's got plenty of health. He's got... does he have a trinket that gives him slightly more resistance? I forget. Yeah, 20% blight resist, there we go. So he should be resisting this a little bit better than he is, but well. See, best defense is a good offense. That's absolutely all there is to it. Okay, we got lucky with a couple of those. Here we go. Not lucky that time. Do we have an anti-venom? Because actually that would be quite useful now. Nah, okay. I think I'm just going to go with... you don't have the party-wide heal either. So we'll just slowly buff you up one at a time. Hopefully you can just finish the fight right here. Bam, there we go. Some more heirlooms, another torch, another gem.
At least promises success.
This strong box is unlocked, so I don't think we need to worry about the key. Contents are ours. Some bandages, some gold. Not perfect, but, you know, certainly no harm in that. And if we go up here, I think we'll finish the mission, because we'll have scouted the whole, or at least 90% of the dungeon. Oh, empty crate. Another hunger event, so it is a good thing we took a stack of 8 food, because now we can use that. You'll get a little bit of health back. We don't take any stress damage is the important thing. And there we go, all done. So if we hit continue adventuring, do we get a scout chance? Because if there's any curios between here, no. And I don't want to risk taking another battle that we don't have to do, so I'm just going to leave the dungeon here, I think.
The Swinefolk's labyrinth may yet prove to be navigable.
Okay, that was actually a very profitable run. We got some more gold, we got some more crests, we got this speed stone, we sold a bunch of gear we didn't use, found some treasure, and a whole bunch of heirlooms, so that should be pretty good. Got some more XP, which is useful. Nobody else is at level 2 yet. And we got quick draw, +4 speed on the first round, very good. Night blindness, so again, all the more incentive to keep the torch nice and high. Dud hitter, again, more incentive to keep our party sort of nice and healthy. Fear of Unholy is not great, +15% stress versus unholy targets is quite bad. We might have to get rid of that in the sanitarium. But yeah, that's all for now. This is a bit of a short episode, so maybe we'll do a longer dungeon. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.